As you can see, Nepo doesn't look very happy after a loss, but... And he's one of those players, when he loses, he can lose a couple of them in a row.
Oh yeah, he can go on tilt very easily. C4.
C6, and transposing into some kind of Slav.
Ready? Perhaps. Here we go.
D4.
And it has transposed into the Slav with B2, B3. And this is where I was saying Bishop B4 really, when Michael top-played it against me, it threw me off.
They're still repeating their game from the Rapid, right?
Exactly.
It's not even some game from the Rapid, it's
their game
between them two in the
exactly.
Rapid.
Now, against Misha in these moments, I was playing for Queen C2 and E3, E4. Peter, speak to the move Bishop D3 to C2.
We're fighting against E5. The reason is if you have time to show it. Now after E5 we can take twice and play knight takes D5. Exactly the same little tactic that they played in the game. No, first you take on E5. Take on E5 twice. Yeah. And now knight D5. And the difference is with the bishop on C2 you will not be able to avoid this isolani in the end. Knight E5, CD5, bishop D2, queen D2. And the queen actually reaches D5. So you will have, because there's no bishop in front of it. So you will have to end up with an isolani, which honestly is a defensible endgame, but nobody wants to do that.
Exactly.
Well, Hikaru played Rook D8.
Rook to D8.
I keep on trying to remember what that Aronian castle game was. I have a feeling we're very close to it, but
well,
I don't know how to look it up.
Here, once again,
I
feel
prepping E5 now.
Yeah, I feel the only play for me as white is to play for E3, E4. Therefore, the move Queen E1 I find a little bit attractive because what I want to do is when you're not watching, I want to thieve the pawn in daylight robbery.
What do you think about this move A3? It's like a pawn sacrifice?
This is what Levon has done in some positioning against Magnus, but maybe not in this one, and the engine clearly disagrees, but the idea exists because then you can try and lock out the queen on A3. I'm pretty sure the idea is to just give up not only the pawn, but the exchange if it gets taken. Otherwise, I don't see much point in playing A3. I think the idea is bishop A3, rook A3, queen A3, and then perhaps C5.
Wow.
And ask black, are you sure this queen returns? Are you willing to bet that it comes back home?
I feel I have knight takes C5 and B7, B6, what you've just suggested, as a way of ensuring the return. Knight takes C5 would be 3 pawns.
Well, after knight B1, I might include knight B1 and then not give you that pawn. Let's see what Jan does, because he has played A3, and yeah, if you don't follow it up with something concrete, yeah, there we go, rook A3, queen A3, and either C5 or B4, I guess C5, yeah.
And the point that you were about to make, Peter, is I was about to say I could bail out with knight C5, D5.
I'm starting with knight B1,
C5, but your interference move, knight B1, intermezzo if you prefer, means that you don't get 3 pawns. But you made a very good point yourself. B7, B6. Let's get
on.
Yeah,
I'm trying to figure out how exactly we're going to go about the important business of capturing that queen.
B6 is on the board.
And Hikaru asks,
but
your
I can see a question mark.
Oh no! But it looks so natural.
Knight B1, queen A2, queen C1, and the queen actually starts running out of squares. No, this is a serious idea.
Ooh, B4.
Well, he's played B4, which is not... choice, but...
Whoa. Knight e5. Oh,
That's
Okay, now he is in a lot of trouble. For a very specific reason, though. Knight
I don't know
e5,
what
d5,
happened.
knight e4,
The player
c takes b6, queen h4, hitting both e7 and f2.
players were laughing.
So-
I don't know what happened.
what? Knight takes e5. Knight
Knight g8 is not the move.
Knight e4 with the idea of queen h4 could have easily turned the tables.
That was just
for
winning
Hikaru.
right on the spot.
Oh, but look what Hikaru has done instead. He said, your
Knight
knight
takes
is
g8 was a miss. Shockingly, white should have just let the knight on e7 hang and
Now
gone
rook
c
b8
and b7.
and bishop's just hanging, right? On b8.
right. But hold on, which rook? Because if you
F is stronger.
if you
F
use
is stronger.
the A rook, I've got knight g6 check at the end. He's done it. And look at this.
Oh, he
Oh,
This is winning, yeah.
Oh,
clock
Hikaru actually found a very, very beautiful
Okay.
sequence there.
plenty of time. 30 seconds against 49 seconds. For Blitz, this is a lot.
This is a lot of time. Plenty of time. Easy peasy, you say. Queen. Oh, but these are incredible moves to find in. Queen g5 says your knight's trapped. In the middle, of the,
We have
center
to
of the
defend
board.
with the queen, but then we're leaving the bishop on b2.
He's trying to sell his knight dearly. He's played the move knight d5. We can't take the bishop. Uh-oh.
9 seconds for Nepomniachtchi.
This invites rook c8. It invites a4. Uh-oh. How much time did you say?
8 seconds for Nepo right now.
Oh, this is a very good move. You're eyeballing queen b1.
I don't know what d6 is supposed to achieve.
By the way, an update, MVL won his game against Nodrbeck.
By the way, I don't think e5, e6 helped one single little bit.
Yeah, this is very easily convertible. The a pawn will just cost us a bishop. Yeah.
Exactly. a3, a2, rook b1.
Not blundering rook takes h6 either. Yeah, it doesn't really matter all that much, but
I don't think he wants to give up.
I'm not sure what
More pawns than he has.
the gesturing there means, but there was some gesturing going on. And rook takes d4 now. Yeah, very clean.
Nicely done, as Hikaru turned the tables on what looked like a very bad